there is a tenant living in the top floor who may or may not have a lease, and who may or may not be willing to leave.
What?
And we cannot have access to the actual apartment to see what's up there.
Why are we even going to look at it?
Well, the property's currently listed at $699. I mean, the dirt's probably worth pretty much that. In this particular part of Wicker Park, these single families sell for anywhere between $1.5 to $3 million.
Yeah. Whoever this tenant is the thing that scares me the most.
Chances are we're probably not going to put you in charge of dealing with them.
Whatever. You know I'm like a chihuahua. Like an ankle biter.
Here, take it right here.
This is what I don't get. Every time we look, we get the same ugly faux stone.
It was originally a single family, converted into a 2-flat. The first floor is vacant, so we can walk through there. It's not a big building.
No.
But the actual lot is very big.
That has to be original.
Yeah, that cornice is original. So I think it's 1892 to 4.
I mean, this is landmark, so we've got a lot of hurdles.
If they have images of the original building, then we'll have to use those images as our guideline for renovation.
They always have images. It's just terrifying right now, though. That awning's going. I know that this landscape doesn't work for me. All right, cha-ching.
Oh,
That's not working.
black ice.
Okay, the trim is great.
Yeah.
This is it's a hollow core door, but I kind of like the handle. You know I love brass. I would keep that.
Sure.
You could put it somewhere, like on a powder room door.
Some of the casing, though, I mean, we could
this
pull
is
this off
beautiful.
and we could use it in certain parts of the house.
Tiny little bedroom.
This is actually heavy casing.
This probably is the original.
Absolutely.
The trim is legit, actually from the 1890s.
This is something, too, we could take to an actual mill worker, and they could make a mold and they could cut casing to match this
For the whole house.
for the whole house.
So there's stuff to keep.
Absolutely.
So the house might be a disaster, but there's really fun little elements. So like little secrets that we're gonna be able to bring back into it and restore. I don't know what to say. This is clearly not a big enough kitchen.
It's like a prairie back there.
I mean, this goes forever. That garage is tiny, tiny little.
Yeah, this is a big lot.
How far back do you really think we could bring this house?
I think we should be able to come back to right around here. You want a big house, but you don't get big backyards in the city.
No.
And this house will allow that. You could do a nice patio with
Yeah, yeah.
pavers,
Yeah.
like a wood-burning fireplace outside.
So bringing the house out to where we're standing, having this size backyard. I love everything I'm hearing, but the renter upstairs freaks me out. We can't get up there.
He could stay there for months.
And they have all the rights.
It's a risk for us, a new risk that we haven't really run into.
This house is like my dream build with my biggest nightmare, a renter with no lease terms. If we get held up because of this person, that's gonna kill the deal.
And that's also why I think that there's gonna be some room for negotiation on the price for the
Okay.
property. The upstairs is definitely a mystery to us, but this is another element that will allow us to potentially buy the property for a better price. The seller is very anxious to sell, and they would be more likely to sell it for less, knowing that we would take care of the issue with the current tenant.
So we've been in this situation before. We're gonna do everything we can to find the tenant a new residence, but in this neighborhood and at this price point, this has to be a single family home.
26 by 150-foot lots are just not, they're just not around.
Yeah.
So homes in this neighborhood typically sell for around $2 million. If we can get this house for $650,000, that's a steal.
5,000 square foot home in Wicker Park. I mean, this is a big project though.
There's a lot of things happening here.
Yeah.
A lot of problems for us to solve, which ultimately could lead to a big profit.
So what are we looking at?
I think we would hope to get the property for around $650,000, and just brace yourself. But I think
All in.
I think that our construction budget is around $900,000 here.
That's a whole house.
The construction time frame is probably between 9 and 10 months, but we will sell this thing for over $2 million.
You need $2 million finishes.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys are in the kitchen. All that's going. I'd like to get these walls down today.
Yeah.
So we don't need him out. At least we can get this done before.
Right.
I am a brass addict. So for me, anything that's brass, I save. It's worth it. I mean, this is pretty much as far as we can get. We can only demo so much, so now we gotta wait till that tenant gets out. Today, we own all of Evergreen. It's been 4 months. We finally negotiated a buyout with the tenant, and between interest carry, moving costs, attorney fees, and his first 2 months rent, it cost us 16 grand. The design for this house has to be as phenomenal as its size. We're taking a 1,600 square foot house and almost quadrupling the footprint to 6,000 square feet. That gives me plenty of space for a living room with an antique marble surround fireplace, a good-sized dining space, an elegant kitchen with a 13-foot island, a cozy banquette, but I'm making the family room a bit more separate with a true statement piece. One more thing on the main level, I'm replacing the dated straight stairs with a beautiful radius staircase. Upstairs is a complete gut job, top to bottom, to get us those 2 extra bedrooms. The huge master suite will have a striking ensuite with all the luxuries befitting a $2 million home. Then there's a guest room at the front of the house with an ensuite and 2 bedrooms in the middle with a Jack and Jill bath. In the basement, I'm taking full advantage of all the reclaimed space we'll dig out to feature a smoky high-end bar. 2 more bedrooms and an office. You know how when you fly and they go, we're so sorry we were delayed on the ground, but we're gonna make it up in the air? That's what we're gonna do. It's a big, big house, and I need big pieces that make really big statements. Wow. Question, these doors, where are these from? These are like...
A LaSalle Street mansion, 1870s. The house that came from was built shortly after the Great Chicago Fire, 1871.
This is a statement piece. The doors are everything. So this would be between the kitchen and the family room, kind of opening out into the family room. You've got the glass, and they would always be open.
And they're largely intact, everything, down to the wavy glass.
Unbelievable. Do you know what they're made out of?
White pine. In my 11 years of doing this, I've come across 2 other sets. You just don't find them anymore.
If you don't sell them to me, I'm gonna freak out. Tell me about the light fixture. How much is that guy?
$495.
I love this green. What year is this? That's arts and crafts.
1905.
I might actually do the whole kitchen in like a really deep forest green.
It's all original, including the glass shades, which are often broken.
Yep. Have this with the green island. I think the colorway works. Sold. Love it.
Today, we actually have real action. We got our excavator being delivered, which is always, I still get excitement.
I love it.
We'll take the machine in, tear down the back frame addition, and then we'll assess the rear elevation.
You're celebrating the fact that you've gotten this far, and all these hoops that we have to jump through, from a squatter to landmark to, demo. This is a good day, but so many things could go wrong. All right, let's do this.
I am pretty curious to see how this back
comes off. Just siding. It's not like we're dealing with brick or anything. We do have the brick sidewalls.
But we just gotta make sure it comes in.
It has to come in.
So we had to take down the horrible addition. It was bad siding, horrible construction, to make room for a new, much larger addition. And the square footage is super necessary to be added to this home to get the price that we need. They're running water right now just to keep the debris and the dust down. We don't want the entire back of the building to fall down. I don't want to hit the side of the house and then have that chimney fall out of control, because that's a lot of brick. The part of the brick wall just fell down. But some of the masonry on the side did stay intact, which is important to keep the side wall in place. And now we're basically there. So that's good news. It's good to see that.
That's a major step forward for the exterior.
Back here at the house, the rear is being totally transformed. We dug out the back to put in the foundation for the new part of the house. We put in new trusses to support the new floor. So now we're framing the rear addition, and with all these 3 floors, this is gonna add approximately 3,000 square feet. So the inside has all new open web trusses, and now we're framing up.
We gotta get this house done, we gotta get it on the market, and the faster we do that, the more money we can make.
In the back, the guys are starting to add brick to the extension. And inside, they're framing up some of the detailed features and adding stairs.
So now that we're actually framed, it's electrical time. So I like to meet with all the subs. They need to know placement for switches, placement of cans. I've got 3 here, 2 here, because I don't really like a can over the bed. That's just right in your eyes if you're watching TV or something. You do have a J-box in here if anybody wants to do a fan or a light fixture, but we'll cap all those as equal distance as possible. All right, guys, so anything else, then call and on to the next.
That's it?
Yeah.
All of our plumbing's done, passed. We are over budget. It's a giant house, 22 feet wide by 94 feet, well over 5,000 square feet. But my main concern at this point is just to get drywall done. It's gonna be a great house. It's gonna be something that people have never seen before. We've already had offers on the home without people even seeing the finishes. We're 3 weeks away from revealing to a potential buyer, and we're not even close to ready.
Hey, Alzar.
Hi, Alison.
So Alzar usually does all my mirrors.
Oh, cool.
Okay, but he works with glass and iron.
Yes.
So we're gonna be doing this really, really cool partition wall. So inside of Evergreen, I am creating a divide between the family room and the kitchen. I wanna close this space in, considering how big this house is, to really feel like we have these separate areas, a separation, but not really, because these will be all kind of storefront windows, which in essence is just black iron, glass.
Clear glass.
Between that, equal distance, we'll have the teardrop doors. Your teardrop doors will go radius to the top,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
But really what you should do is continue your iron.
So the iron is going straight
It
across?
should go straight across.
So are you putting safety glass?
This will all be tempered glass.
All right, can
Tempered
I
safety.
give you these templates and you make these? Because
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be badass. Once the flooring goes in, we're ready.
Okay. We bought it for $650,000. We had an original budget of around $900,000, spent around an extra $100,000. So right now we're right at $1,650,000. I actually thought this was gonna be way worse, so I call this a win. We're hoping to sell this house for $2.2 million, so we could have approximately a $550,000 profit. So during our build, comps to the neighborhood actually went up. I think we can actually get more for this house. I'm really excited to show people this house just because it is such a unique house.
Beautiful.
Amazing. I like the cornice.
So pretty.
The door.
I love that door. I love the dark contrast with the light in the building.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you guys?
Good.
I'm Allison.
Evelina, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Cody.
Donovan.
Nice to
Cody.
meet you.
Cody, nice to meet you.
Donovan.
What do you think?
Oh,
It's beautiful.
amazing. Very Chicago.
It is very Chicago.
Yeah.
Now you really get a sense of how massive this space is. So when you walk in, you've got your front sitting room. The fireplace was really important to me. It's actually marble. It's probably over 100 years old. Old marble mixed with new marble.
Yeah, I like it. It's real clean.
And then it just stays open when you're here, because what we've done with this curved staircase
I
is
love that.
unbelievable. It's a grand entrance, but it's a cool, clean, modern take on it.
The staircase is so grand that makes the house look way more massive.
It's a beautiful mix with the flooring
Yeah.
and this beautiful herringbone pattern. Almost looks like French oak.
It's nice and light, which adds more to the room.
Yeah, I love how light it is in here. It really opens up the space.
This house is so big that it allowed us to go with the wider planks.
White plank.
And then this massive, massive kitchen. This is hands down the biggest island I've ever designed. And it's big because this house is huge. We needed to balance out the back side of the cabinets where we have the hood and the appliances and all of the wall cabinets. So a 13-foot island made perfect sense. I think the countertop is perfect for these green cabinets.
I love those green cabinets.
Ballsy choice on the green cabinets. Glad I did it. I love that shock factor. People think, oh my God, that's too much color. Oh my God, you're never gonna sell the place. That's what's gonna help sell the place.